Powerful process. Dr. Joe Vital. A lot of people feel stuck and imprisoned and confined with their current circumstances. Where circumstances right now, there is only a current reality. The current reality is will begin with the change of the result of the beginning of the eve of the secret. Your current reality of the current life is the result of the things that you have been thinking. All of this will totally change at the beginning to change your thoughts and your feelings. The man that can change himself, the master of their own destiny, conclusion of every mind who is wide awake with the powerful right thoughts. Kristen D. Lawson, 1866-1954. Listen, Nixon. Nicholas, when we want to change with the circumstances, you must the first change the thinking every time you look inside of the email, expecting to see the bill with the guests and what it will be there. Each of the day you're dreading to bill, with never be expecting anything. You thinking about the debt, expecting everything, expecting debt. So debt must show for the when you think of that. You're crazy every day. You think of the confirm the thought is the debt that going to be there. Your debt is going to be there. Your debt is there. Your debt is going to be there. Yes, debt is there. Weary because you have expected the debt is there. So showed up because of the law of attraction is always being up and into your thoughts and does yourself a favor. Expect a check. Expectation powerful, attractive because of the draw through thing. Draw things that achieve with the power. Bob Proctor says desire connects with you with the thing that you desire. Expectation draws you into your life. Expecting things you want. Do not expect things you do not want. What you do not expect. James Ray. Most of the people in the current state of the affair to say that they who I want and want. That's what now what I'm who you are, who you are and where. Let's say for the instance that you do not have any money in the bank account, you do not have any relationship that you want, and you are healthy and fitness are not up to par. That's not what you are. That's residual outcome of your past thoughts and actions. So we're constantly living the residual. If you will have those acts or action will take in the past while you look at your current state of affairs, define yourself by then the doomed self. You have nothing but more than the same. The feature all that were in result of what having the thought Buddha. If you would like to share the process which had become the grade of the teacher of the Neville Goddard and lecture was delivered in 1954 on top of the pruning share with the revision of the process that has been profound and effect upon the life of the Neville recommended that at the end of every day before you go to sleep and think about the events of the day. If the events of the moments if it did not go in the way you wanted to replay on your mind with the way that thrills for you. Recreate with the events of the mind exactly as you want. You are cleaning up the frequency of the day and you're emitting the new signal frequency for tomorrow. You have an intentionally created new picture for your future. It's never too late to change the pictures. The powerful process of gratitude, Dr. J. Volatile. When you go to when you can do right now to begin with the turn of your life around, the first thing that you do is start making lists of the things that will be grateful of the turn. This list is energy, start with the shifting of the thinking. Whereas before you're exercising, you might be focusing on what you do not have the complaints and your problem to be in a different direction. When you do in the exercise, you'll begin grateful of all things you feel been good about. This new thought of the gratitude, but brings the whole mind with the closing, the harmony with the creative energy of the universe. Considered it well, and you all see them. See that it is true. Wallace Watless. Marcy Shimoff. Gratitude is absolutely the way of bringing more into your life. Dr. John Gray, psychologist, author, and international speaker. Every man knows that when his life is appreciating him for little things that he does, what it does he want to do? Does he want to do? He wants to do more, and he will always be about appreciating his putting these things in his track support. Dr. John DeMartine, whatever you think about and think about, we're bringing about. James Ray, gratitude has been such a powerful exercise for me. Every morning when I get up and say thank you. Every morning when I make my feet hit the floor, I thank you. And I start with running through when I'm grateful, when I'm brushing my feet and brushing my teeth, and I do things in the morning. I'm just thinking about them, doing some of them routine. I'm putting it all there, and feeling is gratitude. The day we finished with the James Ray sharing with the powerful exercise of the gratitude, I will never forget the day when I made with the James precise life that every morning we do not bathe until I have felt the feeling of the gratitude of the brand new day and all I am grateful in my life, the things I get out of bed and when one foot touches the ground I say thank you and you as my second foot with the touch of the ground when each step that I take with me on the bathroom and I say thank you. I continue to say thank you as I shower and getting ready, but by the time I'm ready to say I have said thank you 100 times. As I do this with powerful creating with my creating my day, that is with the current with the setting of the frequency of the day and intentionally declaring the way I want it to do. I want my day to go rather than stumbling out of the bed, letting the day take out my control of me. There's no more powerful to begin with. You do this, then this. You create with the life of and so begin with the intentionally creating your day. Gratitude for the fundamental part of the teaching of all the great of the avatars throughout the history in the book of the change of life of my life, the signs of the signs of getting rich, written by the Wallace Wattles in 1910 with the gratitude, the longest chapter every teacher featured the secret was the gratitude for the department of his and her day, hers and her day. Most of them begin with the day and the thoughts and feelings of gratitude. Joe Sugarman, wonderful with a man with a successful entrepreneur, wanted the film The Secret to contact me. Then he told me his favorite part of the gratitude process that was the gratitude that contributed to all that he's achieved in his life, while all the success Joe has attracted to himself. He continues to gratify every day, even though the smallest thing. When he parks in space, he always says he feels thank you, and Joe knows the power of gratitude, although it brought him some gratitude the way of life. With all this I've read, with all the I've experienced out of the own of his life, the secret and powerful gratitude stands up everything else. If only doing one thing with the knowledge of the secret, it was gratitude until it becomes the way of life. Dr. Joe Vital. As soon as you start feeling different about what you already have, and you start to attract more good things and more of the things that you can be grateful for, you can look around and say, well, I don't have the car I want, I don't have the house I want, I don't have the spouse I want, I don't have the health I want. Whoa, back up. There are only a few things you don't want. Focus on what you already have, and they have the grateful for. They might be that you have the eyes to read this. I might be the clothes that you have this. You might be prefer something else, and you might be get something else pretty soon. If you start feeling grateful for what you have, many people who order their lives rightly, in other ways will keep the poverty out of the lack of the gratitude walls. It's impossible to bring more of your life than the feeling of ungrateful for what you have, because of the emotions, of the feelings of you're feeling grateful and negative emotions, where the jealousy and resentment, the dissatisfaction, feelings of not enough, feelings cannot bring you what you want. They can only return with you more with what you do not want. The negative emotions of blocking the own with the good coming to you if you want the new car, but you are not grateful for the car that you have. They may be the dominant frequency you're sending out. Make grateful for what you have at the beginning, with think about with the things of your life, the grateful that as you amaze the never-ending thoughts that come back after the more things that are grateful for. You have to make the start of the law of attraction. You receive with the grateful thought for the giving more than just liking them. Will have the locked up in frequency gratitude with all good things you will be yours. The daily practice of the gratitude of one of the conundrums which were the wealth of becoming wealthy. Wallace Waffles. Lee Brower, wealth trainer and specialist author and teacher. I think everybody goes through the times when they say that the things aren't working right and things aren't going had, or once when we were some of the things going in the family, and I found a rock and I just said, hey, hold on to it. I took this rock and I stuck it in my pocket and I said, every time I touch this rock, I'm going to think of something that I'm grateful for. Something. So every morning I got up in the morning, when I picked up the dresser, I put it in my pocket, and I go through the things that I'm grateful for at the right. Then I do, and I empty my pocket. There it is again. And I have something amazing experience with the idea of the guy from South Africa himself to drop it, and he asked, "What is that?" I explained to him that I started calling it the gratitude rock. 2 weeks later, I got an email from South Africa. In South Africa, and he said, my son's dying with a rare disease. It's hepatitis. Would you send me the 3 grateful rocks? They were an ordinary rock. I found it on the street, and I said, sure. I had to make sure that the rocks were very special, so I went on to the stream, picked out the right rocks, and sent them off. 4 or 5 months later, I get an email from them. He said, my son's better. Then he goes, he's doing terrific. But you need to know something. We sold over 1,000 rocks of the $10,000 Peace Gratitude rocks. We raised all the money in charity. Thank you very much. So very important to have the whole attitude change. The greatest scientific Albert Einstein revolutionized the way of the view of the space and gravity. The poor background with the poor beginnings you would ever have thought impossible to achieve. All things that they did. Einstein had a great deal with the secret and said thank you hundreds of times each day. He thanked all the great scientists who had presided him with a contribution which enabled him to learn and achieve the more than his work, that eventually became the greatest scientist who ever lived. One of the most powerful use for the gratitude with the incorporated with the creative path is the turbo charge. When you want the positive actor with the drive for the first step with the creative process, ask and start with the write down of what you want at the beginning of each sentence for why I am so happy, grateful now, and you feel in the rest. And when you give the things to thought with already received that you want, with emitting the powerful sign with the universe, is a signal with this saying that you have already begun. Because if you're feeling gratitude now, each of the morning before you get out of bed, make the habit of feeling the feels of the great and gratitude in advance for the great of the day of the head of you that has done. For a moment, I discovered the secret of the formulated with the vision, with the share, with the knowledge of the world. I gave this thing. I gave thanks to everything with the film, with the secret that it would bring with the joy to the world. I have no idea what it would bring with knowledge of the screen, but I trusted the world would attract the way, and I stayed focused and held the outcome. And I felt I felt deep the feeling of gratitude in advance as that became the state of being of the floodgates that opened with all the magic it flowed into our lives for the magnificent team. The secret for the me or deep the heart feelings gratitude continuing the day, but it became the team with the resonate gratitude at every moment, and it became the way of life. Or the powerful process of visualization. Visualization is the process of the top of the great of the teachers, avatar through the centuries, as well as all the great teachers living today. The chart of the handles book for the master of the key system, written in 1912, that give it the 24-hour week, 24 weekly exercise to maintain master visualization. Most importantly, he completes a master key of the system, will also help them become the master of those thoughts. The reason visualization is powerful because of the create with the picture of the mind, with seeing yourself with what you want and generally thoughts, with feeling and having no visualization. Simply powerful to picture. For you focusing on the pictures and cause them equal powerful feelings that you're utilizing and emitting the powerful frequency out of the universe. The law of attraction will hold of the powerful signal and return the pictures back to you. You just saw them in your mind. Dr. Dennis Waitley. I took the visualization process of the Apollo program and installed the DINs during the 1980s and 1990s onto the Olympic program. It was called the Visual Motors Rehearsal. When you visualize the materialize any of the interesting things about the mind, we Olympics athletes and had them run in their event only in the mind, then looked up at the sophisticated biofeedback of the equipment, incredibly the same of the muscles fired with the same sequences when they running in the race in their mind when they running in the track. How could this be? Because the mind could distinguish whether they really doing it or whether it was just practice that I've never been. If you've been mindful going through the body and through the body. Think about the manners and inventions of the Wright brothers and the plane, the George Estimate of the film, and then the Thomas Edison and the light bulb, Alexander Graham Bell with the television phone, and the only thing anything ever has been invented for the creative is because one person saw the picture in the mind and saw it then clearly in hand holding a picture of the end of the result in the mind. All force of the universe brought in the intention of the world then through them. These men knew the secret there was men who had utterly faith in the invisible, who knew the power of these leverage of the universe, bringing the invention into the visible with the faith of the imagination has been the cause of evaluation. Humankind will reap the benefit of the creative minds every single day. You may think, I do not have the mind of like the great inventors. Maybe they think that they could imagine those things that I could not, but I could not further the truth. And as they continue with the greater discovery knowledge of the truth, you will learn more. You not only have the mind and had, and much more like. Mike Doley. When you're visualizing a token from it, you've gotten the picture playing with it in your mind, always the only dwelling in the result. Here's an example. Look back on your right hands right now in real life. Really look at the back of the hands, color, the skin, the freckles, the blood vessels, the rings, the fingernails, and take all into all the details right before the close of the eyes. See that your hands and your fingers are wrapping around the steering wheel of your brand new car. Dr. Joe Vital. This is such a holographic experience, so this moment that they do not even feel as if they need a car because it feels like they have it already. Dr. Vital's words brilliantly some of the place we want to go with yourself, the visualization. When it feels if it's open with your eyes, the physical world with the visualization becomes real with the state and the plane with the real, with the field, with the everything with the grave, with the physical is just the result of the real and held with the creation, with the why won't feel with the as if you need any more, become with the tomb, the felt and the real with the field, with the creation within your visualization field, with the you ever known, with what you feel in the field will now you will know it. Or Jack Canfield is feeling with the if is feeling really create the attraction, not just the picture of the thought, but as lots of people think out the positive thoughts and or visualize the thing that I want and that they want, and they will be enough. That will be enough. But if you not and still not have it abundant with the feeling of the love, the joy, the great, with the powerful action, Bob Doyle. I put my yourself in the feeling place of the really being in the car. Not what? No, I wish I could get in the car. Someday I'll have the car, because of the very derived feeling associated with that. It's not now. It's not the future. And if you stay in that feeling, it will always be in the future. Michael Bernard's Beckwith. Now the feeling of the inner seeing of the being an open doorway through the power of the universe will begin and express. What power can I say? What is the power I cannot say? All I know is this. Alexander Graham Bell, 1847 to 1922. Jack Canfield, our job is not to figure out how we'll show up out of the commitment, the belief in the what. And Mike Doley, to how the domain with the universe is always known for the shortest, quickest, the fastest, the most harmonious wave between you and your dream. Dr. Joe Vital, if in your term over the universe you will survive with the dazzle by what delivered to you what is magic, the miracles happen. The teacher of the secret, aware of all the elements, begin with into the plan with the visual eye, with the scene, with the picture, with the mind, with the feel, with the being yourself, with the play, with believing it haven't known. It must be important to trust in the universe because of the focusing and with the result, the experience with the feeling out without giving an action with whatsoever the how it will come about. And then your picture in the mind, seeing what it is done with your feelings as seeing it done. Your mind and your entire state of being is seeing as it already happened. This is an art of visualization. Dr. Joe Vital. You want to do this virtually daily, but it should never be a chore. Really important. But the whole secret of the feeling good. You want to feel exhilarated by the whole process. You want to be happy, happy, and in tune with as much as possible. Everyone has a power to visualize. Let proof of the work of the picture of the kitchen. For this work, first of all, that you have to give all the thoughts of the kitchen out of your mind. Do not think of of your kitchen totally clear out of the mind of the picture of the kitchen, with the cupboard, with the refrigerator, oven, towel, and color scheme. You saw the picture of the work of your kitchen in the mind. Didn't yell it well. Then you visualized it. Every one of the visualized whatever that knows it, and visualizing it greater success. Grenell Burnham. Here's the top of the visualizing with Dr. Joe Derman here. In his breakthrough with experience seminars, John said, "There's a great static picture, and with your mind, it can be difficult to hold the picture, and so create the loss of movement with the picture. To illustrate, imagine the kitchen again with the time and the imagining yourself with the entire rotation, walking to the refrigerator, putting your hand with the door, opening the door on the handle, opening the door, looking inside, and finding the cold bottle of the water, reaching in and grabbing it, and you can feel the coldness of your hand as the grasp of the bottle. You have the bottle of water open on one hand. You will on the other hand the close of the refrigerator door. Know that you're visualizing your kitchen detailed movement, and it's easier to see how the picture is in it. Well, I'll possess more power with a greater possibility. Relies with visualize one of the greatest of these powers. The power process of action. Powerful process in action. Marcy Shermop. The only difference between the people who live in this way, who live in the magic of life, those who don't live in this people who live in the magic of life with the inhabited ways of the being, they may have the habit, youth, the lust, for the track, and magic happens wherever they go, because they remember the use of all the time, not just in one time of the event. There are two stories that clearly demonstrate the power of the law of attraction and manipulate matrix of the universe in action. The first story is about a woman named Jeannie who brought the DVD secret was watching the light at least one day, watching it at least once a day, so that she would absorb the message right into the cells of her body. She was particularly intrigued with the Bob Proctor and impressed with the Bob Proctor. She thought that it would be wonderful to meet him. One morning, Jean collected her mail, and led to her amazement, the mailman had instantly delivered Bob Proctor's mail to the address. When Jenny did not know that Bob Proctor lived within the 4 blocks away from her, no one of that Jenny's house number the same name of the Bob, so immediately took the mail, delivered it to the correct address. Can she imagine that they uttered delivery? When they delivered to open him, the Bob Proctor was standing before her. It was really Bob really was rarely at home, traveled over the world, teaching the matrix of the universe, knows only the perfect timing. The Jean thought with how wonderful it would be means of Bob Proctor. The law of attraction moved people, the circumstances, even events throughout the universe, though it happened. The second story involved a 10-year-old boy named Colin, who had seen and loved The Secret. The Colin, the whole family made with the weekend of also Disney World, and on the first day of the experience along the lines of the park. So the night just before Colin fell asleep, he thought, tomorrow I'd love to go on the big rides and have a wait in line. Next morning, Colin and his family were at the gates at Epcot Center. As the park opened, the Disney staff member approached me to ask them if they would be Epcot's first family of the day. day. As the first family, they would get in the VIP status at the special resort with the staff member walk-on passes for every big ride in the Epcot. It was everything more than Cullen had wished for. Hundreds of the families were waiting for the end to enter the Epcot morning, but Cullen did not have the slightest doubt that as to why his family had been chosen. The first family, he knew that it was because they had used the secret. Imagining discovering age for the 10, the power to move the world lies within you. Nothing can prevent the picture for the coming of the concrete except with the same power of the giving the birth yourself. James Ray, the people hold for a while. They are really the champion at it. They say, if I'm fired up with all the, I solved this program, I was going to change my life last year yet, but the result of showing something beneath the surface is just about ready for the breakthrough. The person will look at it just the surface of the result, say, this stuff is not working as you know that the universe says that you wish and command, but this disappears. When you're allowing the thought of doubt and the enter of the mind with the law of attraction will soon line up with the doubt through the another moment of the law of the doubt releases immediately, sending the thought on its way, replacing it with it. I know I'm receiving it now and I feel it. John Asroff. Knowing the law of attraction, I wanted to really put it to use for the seeing that it would happen in 1995. I started with creating something called the vision board, where I had taken something that I would attach. I wanted to achieve something that I wanted to track. I'd like to the car, watch or soul in my dreams. I put the picture of what I wanted to use, what I wanted up on the board. Every day I wanted to sit in my face. I would look up at this board. I would start to visualize it. I would really get into the state of having already acquired it. I was getting ready to move when I put the furniture off the boxes in stores. I made 3 different moves over the period of 5 years. Then I ended up in California, bought this house, renovated a year, then had all the stuff brought into my farm room at home. 5 years earlier, one of the morning of my son Keenan came into the office in one of the boxes, and he was sealed. The 5 years was right at the door stop. He asked, "What's this box, Daddy?" And I said, "Those are my vision boards." And he asked, "What are the vision boards?" And I said, "Well, the Warriors, I put all my goals and I cut them up and I put them all in the goals as something as I want to achieve in my life. Of course, I have 5.5 years older. Of course, it's 5.5 years older. You understand it?" So he said, "Sweetheart, let me see. Let me just show if there's the easiest way to do this." I cut the box open one of the vision board with a picture of the home that I was visualizing 5 years earlier. It was shocking that we were living in that house. Now, a house like it, I actually bought my dream home, renovated it, did not even know it. I looked at my house and I started to cry because it was just blowing me away. Keenan asked, "Why are you crying?" I understand how the law of attraction works. I finally understand the power of visualization. I finally understand everything I read, everything that I put to work in the whole life, and I've built companies I've worked on that home, as well as I bought my own dream home and I didn't even know it. Imagining everything in this preview of life that comes in attraction. You can let your imagination go over the vision board and place the pictures of all things that you want and pictures of how you want to see your life. Make sure I'm sure the vision board is a place where you see look at it every day with the John ask for it and feel like the feelings have those things now. As you receive the feeling of the gratitude, receive it, you can remove the pictures, add new ones in the wonderful way of introducing children to the law of the attraction. I hope the creation of the vision board inspires parents and teachers around the world. One of the people at the secret website form of the picture of the secret DVD on the vision board. He said had a secret, but didn't own his own copy. 2 days after they created the vision board, he felt inspired with the post a note for the secret form, giving away DVDs. The first 10 people that we posted that he was one of the 10. He was also received with the secret DVD within 2 days of the putting of the vision board. One of the DVD, and the secret of the house was secret or the house of the joy creating, receiving magnificence. Another powerful example of the visualizing coming from the mother experience of the buying with the new house. Several people beside with the mother had put in the office a particular house with my mother decided that the secret may be to make the house hers. Sat down with wrote in their name and new address for the house over and over. And continued doing it until he felt as though if it were her address. Was her address. She imagined placing with all the furniture in the new house within hours of doing these things. She received a phone call saying that the offer has been accepted. She was so thrilled it didn't come as a surprise to her because she knew the house was hers and was a champion. Or Jane Canfield. Decide what you want, believe what you can, believe what you deserve, believe what you possible of yourself. Close your eyes and every day with several minutes visualizing what you already want, feeling the feeling you're already having, coming out of that, and focus on what you're grateful already, really enjoying it, and to go into your day with relief of the universe. Trust the universe will figure out how to manifest it. Alright, secret summary. Explanation, powerful, attractive force. Expect those things you want. Do not expect those things that you do not. Gratitude is powerful. The prospect of showing yourself to bring the more of what you want to do and want your life from being grateful for what you already have and what you will attract more good things. Give your thanks for what you want to demand for the turbocharge with the desire to send more powerful signal out of the universe. Visualization process, creating a picture in the mind with yourself enjoying what you want when you visualize the greater generate the powerful thought for the feeling of the having down of love, attraction, and have the return of the reality just as you saw it in your mind. Use law of attraction advantage, but that make it an habitual way of being, not just one of the time event. At the end of the every day before you go to sleep, back through the events of the day, events for the moment, the what you wanted, replay it in your mind that what you wanted them to go, the way you wanted them to go. The secret to money.